What's up, guys? This is Corey, also known as QC Rideshare. Just hitting you with the latest video. The topic that I chose for this video is: should you send advanced communication to a passenger? So recently, I started noticing that a lot of my rides, and I'm in the Charlotte area, people have tried to sneak in or try to bring in alcoholic beverages, or I have a lot of rides with parents who don't have a car seat for their child. And I noticed that in these rides, when I would emphasize to the customer that A, it's illegal and also against community guidelines for them to have open alcoholic beverages, even though the rides went smoothly afterwards, I would still get a lower rating. And I started thinking to myself, there's got to be a way that I can communicate this to the customer so that in advance they know the standard, but also that it doesn't affect my rating. So recently what I did is I typed up a form email just saying, hey, this is Corey from Lyft. I'm on my way, but I just want to let you know that I cannot have open alcoholic containers in the vehicle. Also, if you do have a small child, they need to have a car seat. I look forward to seeing you shortly. And I started sending this as soon as I will get the ride. I'll go ahead and make that contact and send that to the customer. And what I've noticed is when the customer comes out, if they were drinking, like at a house party or whatever the case may be, they've already discarded or finished the alcoholic beverage. So that's the first thing. So then it's not even a topic of conversation. Also, if you're a parent, it reminds them to have the car seat with them, because I can't obviously operate without a car seat. That's illegal, but also it's as a driver, you're liable. There's so many liability issues. So I started doing this, and I asked a couple passengers once they, that I sent them a message to, because I mostly only send it in the evenings because you really don't usually get it too much during the day. But I started sending, asking the passengers, hey, how did you feel about the message? Did you feel like I was, like it was too blunt? Did you feel as if you were, how did you feel? How did you take the message? And universally, every person I've spoken to about this said that they appreciated it. They felt they had a good tone to it. Now, obviously, you can use your own words, but I even have one. I started adding another one. If like I'm outside and they haven't come, it says, hey, this is Corey from Lyft or Uber. I'm outside, just as a reminder. Da 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 da. And it really helps. So I would encourage drivers to start doing this because it can protect your rating. I know with Uber, I can send feedback on the ride, and Uber considers that feedback, but also Uber considers my overall rating is based off of my last 500 rides. So it tends to be something where if you do get a bad ride here and there, it doesn't affect you as much. With Lyft, they only consider your last 100 rides. And considering that in Charlotte, the volume is skewed about 3-1 in favor of Uber, a bad rating with Lyft tends to stay with you longer than a bad rating with Uber. I mean, it affects you more harshly than a bad rating with Uber. So I really started amping it up. So I don't really send, that's why if you notice my message was always Lyft, because I really don't need to send it too much for Uber passengers, because A, if they do rate me bad, it's in a bigger pool, but B, it with Lyft, it's such a small pool and so low volume that negative rating can stick with you for sometimes a couple months. So just as a reminder, you have to make sure that you protect your rating. It's the same way we tell customers, you want to do things that protect your rating. Same thing when it comes to driving. You need to protect your rating because I believe, I don't know this for sure, I'll try to do some a little bit more research, that Lyft considers your rating when it comes to issuing rides. I believe that. because I've noticed that as my rating has went up, I've gotten more rides. So that's something to consider. Uber is more proximity, so they're just looking at who's closest, and but also you just want to protect your ride, just like you don't when you see the customer who has a really low rating, it causes you a little concern. Same thing on the customer side. If you have a low driving rating, it causes the customer some concern. So definitely look at that, protect your rating. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you send a message. Let me know what your message is, so you might be able to share it in the community. Check me out on Twitter at QC Rideshare. Other than that, I'll hit you on the next one.